Good morning. Good morning. This is Spirit Journey. Today is beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning. The date is December 26, 2020, and the time is about 6:03 in the morning. I hope you all had a very nice Christmas. Yeah, I just stayed at home in bed watching videos, music videos at that. Yes, it was a very nostalgic day. Yeah, this is the first time I ever just stayed at home. Yep. It was a weird day, actually. It was just different. Yeah, I did virtually nothing, you know, but it was all good. It's all good. And sometimes the body just have to rest. Yeah, let's see what happened yesterday. Oh yeah, it was raining all day yesterday. And it was very, yeah, strong overcast, dreary, rain, and at times heavy. And I thought at first, oh, maybe I could just get out a little bit with my pack. I say, I don't want to catch a cold and my little dogs to catch a bad cold. I said, maybe just stay at home. So yeah, so I was very retrospective, and I just was looking at on the internet, seeing what YouTube videos I could watch. Yeah, I don't think I did a video yesterday. Yeah, I didn't know what to say, so I just said, um, don't even put up any video. Yes, good morning, viewer. Good morning. Happy post Christmas. I hope you had a good Christmas. Yeah, so you're looking at the skyline, the Manhattan skyline right now. It's very peaceful. Again, as I always say, I enjoy this part of the day because it's a time that you could just um, really melt into. I enjoy looking at the lights. It has a very relaxing feel for me. Yeah, so what did I eat yesterday? I had, yeah, I had like a vegan dinner. I had steamed potatoes. I had the regular like Idaho, one big one, and then these um, four small purple potatoes. I steamed them, and then also had my broccoli. And I like seasoning on it, like a little bit of pepper, hot peppers. Um, oh, I use curry powder, a little butter, and I love olive oil over my potatoes, yeah, and salt and pepper, yeah. And that's what I had. And I had some nuts and chocolate chips. I was good to go. And of course, in the morning, I had my elixir. Yes, I since Monday, I started this new regimen. Um, I mean, in the morning, I always have my water, but this I put um, supplements in it. Um, I use this powdered vitamin mineral mix, amino acids, of full spectrum amino acids, um, and some other stuff in there. A pinch of sea salt. Yeah, some other stuff. I don't remember the name, but I put in the glass, and have to shake it up with the water. I drink like a liter, close to a liter of water with it. Yeah, I've been drinking in the morning at least a liter of water, 4 cups, um, first thing in the morning. But this time I'm using these supplements in it. And I got this idea for this new eating style from a from a YouTube video. This vegan athlete, he's a power lifter, and he eats one meal a day. And so he studies about longevity, and that he found that the studies show that it, if you do intermittent fasting, like a big gap between meals, um, and the calories, restricted, that it keeps your blood levels in your system at a minimum. When you have excess glucose just running in your system, it almost acts like an acid to your body. It ages your body. And so it's something that caught my attention. And plus, as you get older, you don't need as much calories, but you need nutrients. You need the micronutrients, the vitamins, minerals, and other components that food has. You don't need as much calories, and that's why we gain weight. Um, so I said, hey, let me try this. And the guy seems very, very strong. He's the, the top of his class, his weight division. And I was just curious about it. He also does, he does his uh, resistance training. I have not done any resistance training. It's a whole regimen. It's not just the intermittent fasting. So I have to get to that point with the resistant training. He does the yoga as well. It's a whole system. And he eats his meal at nighttime after he does his workout, his resistant training in the evening. And after that, then he eats his meal for the day. And so it's a 23-hour gap between his meals. But the first thing in the morning, he does drink his liquid, his supplements. I've been trying a modification of that, um, in on Monday, this past Monday. Another variation to the diet I do have. Yes, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, how you doing, Yakov? Good morning. I can't keep my eyes. Oh, let me see. See a message. I am stand to the show as my bedtime story. He going. uh, yeah, I hope you had a good day yesterday, a good Christmas. Whether you practice it or not. Um, yes. Yeah, I'm in bed right now, just relaxing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just really getting started. I'm talking about what I ate, what I've been eating for the past week. This new regimen that I've been doing. Yeah, thank you. Great view. Yeah, so I'm hoping that to melt off some of the body fat because for a couple of weeks I was pigging out um, some ice cream, pizza, these cinnamon buns. Yeah, when I get stressed, I have to admit, I do start to eat richer foods, high caloric foods. I do. And so when I learned about this regimen from this person on YouTube, again, I'm not doing it exactly. Um, but I remember. So in the beverage that I drink in the morning, see, this guy is a vegan, but I did eat eggs, organic eggs, and in the beverage, I'm sorry, I use this uh, bovine gelatin. Yeah. So that has proteins in it, and it's great for your nails and skin. So I do that, you know. So I've added that, you know. But he's a vegan. I'm not vegan, you know. I did try veganism. Um, in 2015, I did do that. Yes, that vegan diets and not eating like processed food. I ate produce, you know, fresh produce, cooked and uncooked. And yes, you do lean out, and I was even trying to lean out at the time. I don't think so. I forget now. But either way, it does lower your body fat if done correctly. Let's see what else. Yeah, so that's basically what I've been eating. And so my drink is right beside me, and I used hot water. And the other days I had cold water, but it's I'm using hot water. So I have to let it cool down a little bit. Let's see. So yes, for Christmas yesterday I just stayed at home. I made some phone calls. Yeah, everyone is doing fine. And again, it was raining. And my dogs, they seem to want, you know, they seem more active. Like one of them just starts to like staring at something and barking. And I say, hey, what are you barking at? So maybe my dog is seeing orbs. I don't know. Yes, and yeah, so it's about 11 days now since I purchased that security camera, and it picks up orbs. And I only uploaded one video with the orbs. So I'm a little procrastinating. I think I'm still processing the fact that the camera can record orbs. Yeah, you put it on the, it automatically does the night vision. You know, when it's dark in the room, it uses the infrared. What was that flash? Oh, you saw a flash? Oh, I gotta take a look when it uploads. Yeah, I didn't notice a flash. I had turned away. I was looking somewhere else for a moment, not on the screen. Yeah, I'm looking at the monitor. So what type of flash did you see? Yes, whole screen went well. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I've been okay, thank you for letting me know. I have my camera has been acting up for the past I think 3 weeks now. Like I would be doing a video and it would freeze the screen. Yeah. So I don't like that. I don't know whether you know, it's time for a new phone, but I don't want to buy a new phone. Or it could be the topic that we're discussing. I don't know, but it has happened. And some of my videos that you know, I did my live videos outdoors at the park, and it would freeze. And so I had to restart the live stream. So thank you for spotting that out. Yeah, continue to let me know if you see any anomalies, like if something a glitch, because sometimes like I'm looking at the screen and it's just, you know, stationary, and sometimes the screen could lock and I think I'm like recording. Yeah, so sometimes you might see me move the screen a little bit like just now. Just let me know that it's still recording, you know? Because the numbers could still be rolling, but the screen froze and you think it's running, or the screen might just go black. Yeah. So let me know if you know, if you see anything else. Um, what else now? Yeah. So yesterday I stayed home. Had my meal. Oh yeah, my dog was barking. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's like they want action, boy. Yeah. I was surprised. She started like barking and just be staring. So I wasn't sure whether she just wants to get off the bed or I can't tell. So when I see that, I say, okay, maybe you have to go potty or something. So I put her off the bed. Because again, she had the surgery early in the year on her leg. And so when she wants to get off the bed, I place her down on the ground. I don't want her jumping off anything. Okay. Um, so I just have to keep an awareness about that. And again, it could be because, we kind of cooped up in the place. We've been in at home for a couple of days now. I haven't gone out with them. Sometimes my body just needs to rest because I do a big pack walk with them to the park, which you guys have been seeing. That's uploaded. I do like a 3 hour walk. I go out with them for about 3 hours, come back, and I am exhausted. And sometimes, like the next day, I just stay in because my legs are tired. Yeah. So who knows today whether I'll go out. Um, I am a little concerned about. Yeah, I have to admit. Let me be honest about something. Um, I've been feeling a little anxious lately about the crime. Yeah, I live in New York City. For those of you who don't know, yeah, what they call the Big Apple, and people are more intense now. And I think the intensity in their behavior is due to fear, the fear of the lockdown, the fear of that pathogen, and people want to feel safe. And when they feel that people aren't in so-called compliance, some of them get quite nasty, verbal, I should say. It also has brought out some of the weirdos, and some of you have seen the video. I had a body cam on. I even forgot I had it on, and I had gone to the park real early in the morning, relatively early in the morning, and I was heading back home. It was now like 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and I was just maybe minutes away from the exit of the park, and it's people around, and this a drug addict looking fellow tried to grab my dog, yeah, my little boy, my Pekingese, and that scared me. And I had stayed in for a couple of days when that happened. Um, and something else. Oh, I don't remember the other thing, but um, I'm concerned about my safety. I am for the first time. I mean, I'm born and raised in New York City, and yeah, I'm born and raised here, and um, 40 years I've been coming, in the city, and I never had this type of anxiety. Um, the anxiety that, like, you're walking. So there was another fellow. Um, he had a large container of beer, like in a what do you call it, a super gulp size, drunk as a skunk. He said, "Hey, are you selling your dogs?" Now, I'm offended when some of these street guys would say that. I said, "These are my babies. I'm not selling these dogs. These are my babies." Well, I think they're really nice. I still want one. And he starts trying to look into the shopping cart. Looked like he was going to try to help himself to one of my dogs. I said, "These are mine. They're not for sale." And I just kept on going. I got him on camera. Yeah, I was filming at the time, just a casual video on my way back home. And I turned he's like at one point right behind me, and I turned, had him get on I made sure my camera got him. Yeah. So you have things like that. The people are getting out of their mind. And so I started to, I think the real anxiety started when the thought of me going back outside. I mean, I went out once, I think last week or something like that. I know there was one time I did go out, and I was happy I went out. But then I think it was Wednesday, yeah, Wednesday or Thursday. I was looking online. Yeah, it stayed in that day. I was just looking online. I was thinking, hey, maybe I can get a real fancy traveler thing for my dogs. You know, the shopping cart, like, see, I think a part of the other problem in all this, like, I mean, a shopping cart, see, I'm very functional. I'm a very functional person, and sometimes I'm not like some people, they're all about their looks. I mean, I think looks are, you know, it's nice to be presentable, but um, when I'm, just relaxing and just, taking care of business with my dogs, I'm just into the moment, I'm not into trying to look cute, whatever, not, I mean, not extreme, Um, the shopping cart does its function. And I live in an apartment and I'm restricted space. My apartment is cluttered. And so I have to make do. And I say, hey, I can use this to transport my dogs so I can go in and out, so I can race to the park. My dogs are starting to develop, mobility issues. My girl dogs are older, and and they both had surgery. And I'm practical. Use what you have. And so I put them in the stroller, and my little boy, when he gets his walk and when he's finished walking, I put him in the stroller too. And it fits all three perfectly, and it's easy to use. And I could just, when I get home, put it up. So I said, people might, I think I was kind of like, let me just say it. Some people, like, I live in a big city, New York City, and yes, I'm a black woman. And at some time in New York City history, you had what was called the bag lady. Now, who was the bag lady? Okay, usually a black woman, and she has a shopping cart or is carrying bags, right? So I'm just being honest. So if you don't like have like your laundry and laundry detergent in it, like in New York City, people go to laundromats. You live in those walk-up apartments, walk-up apartment buildings, that don't have a laundry room. You go out to a laundromat and you get many of them use a shopping cart to bring, to carry their laundry. So you see that. But and I use my shopping cart for groceries. When I go food shopping, I go food shopping. I do like to eat out, but when I get food shopping, go food shopping, I buy stuff, and it's heavy. So you need your shopping cart. But people, see, we have a new generation here in New York City. These are people, they don't uh, make their food. Everything is takeout, or they drink their Starbucks. They eat out. So they're not used to seeing people in shopping carts to bring their groceries home. So I think it's really associated with the negativity of seeing what you call the bag lady, you know, the homeless. And I think on one occasion, I was profiled for having one at the let's see, old school shopping. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm not a young kid. I'm not a teenager. I'm not in my 20s. I'm in my 50s, and I'm very practical. Um, and I'm about my health and well-being. So carrying a load on my back, on my hands, is going to hurt your hands, you know. Um, and I remember when I didn't have one, when I lived in the state of Hawaii, I didn't have a shop. They didn't have shopping carts. And I forgot that it would be heavy. So I bought just a basic staple of stuff. And it was a while, it's about 3/4 of a mile. I had to bring this thing home. I said, man, I didn't have my vehicle yet. Yeah, I was brand new on the island, and I had to buy my food. Yeah, I'm very practical. You go buy your food, get your groceries and bring it home. So, yeah, and they were stealing my food at that place too. I had rented a room in a house, poor, and someone still was stealing my food. Yeah, I was angry. So anyway, I see the importance of having, and anyone starting out in life, you're getting your own place, you better get a shopping cart. A shopping cart, you can get, you get your laundry wash, you could get your groceries, or let's say you got to get um, appliances, things you got to carry at home. I'm a walker. I like to walk. The taxis here are crazy. I've um, I've almost been in a car accident, while in a taxi. Um, and you have these taxi drivers. They're from other countries, and in certain neighborhoods, they're more reckless than others. Now it's meal order food. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And simply if you can afford it, yeah, it adds up. Yeah. Or I love takeout. I enjoy it because sometimes I don't want to cook. But it does add up and it is more expensive. It's maybe 3 times more expensive to order out your food. Okay. Yeah, thank you for bringing that to light. Yeah, people could order online, yes. Um, so, what was I going to say now? Yeah, so I would say uh, do so. It's a great investment. I've had this shopping cart uh, since 2003. 2003, I bought it. Yeah, yeah, and it's fabulous. You can fold it up and put it in your closet. Now my closet is full. I have all this equipment in my closet now, so it's packed. But anyway, so sometimes people may like I don't dress fancy outside really. And again, I'm a black woman, and so shopping cart, black lady, it's a bad combination. I'm being honest. I'm being real. And again, as I said, I think I was profiled in a shopping mall. I thought I was dressed appropriate, and my little doggies are with me in the shopping cart, and people love them in the street. You hear you hear when I do my videos, people are saying how sweet they are. But this black security guard did something toward me. Right. He walked up. He did some maneuver uh, uh, right next to intimidate me. And I did a video right after that. And I haven't been there, so that was at the Hudson Yards. I should call the people of the Yards to tell them what happened. Yeah, I was extremely angry. So I just said, I'm not going to go there. And I thought it was a fabulous place at first, the Hudson Yards. Yeah, I was going there. They just opened up almost a year ago. They opened, wait a minute. Um, oh, it'll be going on 2 years in February. Yeah, I think 2 years. Yeah, last year in 2019 in February, I think is when they opened up. And they're very dog friendly. And then, they had the COVID this year. So I wasn't really going over. I might sit in the park. They have a park right there. And then this time I wanted to go inside of it, because it was getting kind of cool outside. So I said, let me go. I'm sorry, I meant to say I went inside the mall rather than in the park because it was starting to get cold. So I thought it'd be fun, and I wanted to possibly get something. And when I did, it was extremely empty, extremely empty. They did the Christmas decorations really nice. And then the incident with the black security guard, and how dare he do that to me? Yeah, he was on the fourth floor near the elevator. And it was at daytime. It could have been 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's not like it was hardly anybody there also. Yeah, it was a weird experience that day because it was so empty. And I haven't been there since. That was, I think it could have been November. I forget. It was before Christmas. Yeah, it might have been right after Halloween. And then they had their Christmas lights on already. Yes, sunrise. So, oh, you see the sunrise? Oh, sunrise today is at 7:17. Yeah, I checked before I went on. Yeah, so 7:17 to be sunrise. So right now it's dawn. Yeah. Dawn is approaching. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be so now the skyline is going to get brighter and brighter. And I love that effect too. I love that effect. So right now it's still pretty dark, but it's a little brighter. Yeah, yeah. So I haven't been back since, and shame on them and that black dude to do that to me. And yeah, I did that. I did that. I did the I left the building. Shortly after that, yeah, I was on my way to the elevator to go one floor below and to check out the store. And what's really weird, when I went into the store, they said I had a face shield on, and they initially let me walk in. It says, "Oh, I'm sorry, you have to wear a mask." I said, "Oh, this face shield isn't enough." He said that the face shield is not enough. You have to wear a mask. I mean, you have to wear a mask. So I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's um, I don't feel comfortable with that, but thank you very much." And I left. So here I had the black security guy. I felt profiling me because I had a shopping cart with my little dogs. I was just nice and neat, clean. Um, and what else? And then when I went down to the store on the third floor, one level down, and when they said, I said, it's time for me to leave. And then I did the video. So you'll be able to see the video uploaded about what happened. Yeah, I was very, very upset at the time when I did the video. Very. And it hurts more when you're profiled by your own kind. Yep. That guy needed a slap. Not that I promote violence, but when you do that and do that to a lady, I'm old enough to be that guy's mother, and he did that to me. Shame on him. Shame on him. So people have biases, and I have to uh, remind myself that when you go outside, I mean, I love freedom, but certain freedom cost, and dressing or carrying what you need to carry may cause a problem for some people. And so I want to make my life easier, like some things you could, um, I mean, how do you say this? You choose your battles. And again, I don't want to put, see, we communicate verbally and non-verbally. And sometimes people could um, read into something that's not true. Like, I'm not a bag lady. I live in a beautiful apartment. I have my master's degree, and I'm just going out and about with my dogs, and two of them had surgery. And carrying this thing is very practical. So that may not be enough for some people. You know, people, you communicate by what they see. You know, I mean, what's communicated is, you know, what they see is what's being communicated, and they could be reading me falsely. And so, because we communicate with what we wear, if that's not what you want to communicate, you better change it, you know? Um, so that's why I went in the, oh, wow, it's getting brighter already. Wow, it's 6:38 now, 6:38 a.m. And I can see getting brighter and brighter now outside. Okay, so what was I saying now? Yeah, so I say, hey, let me check online, you know, um, I want uh, my little doggies safe because I was thinking, hey, you know, maybe something that is covered, you know, that they actually enclosed in that goes over them, uh, might be a safety protection for them. So I went online and I um, was taking a look at what I wrote. I wrote like uh, pet strollers or something like that. And oh, and I did see someone earlier in the year with something that I thought was nice. And I took a picture of it and I took the name brand of it. So that's what I did. So I checked that name brand and others. And I found one. It's a different brand than the one that I saw the person in the street with. But I said, you know, this might be an option. But, you know, as I was looking for different, you know, to see what's out there that I could buy, the anxiety struck me. Severe anxiety as I was watching. I said, boy, why do you feel so anxious just looking for strollers for my little dogs? I love going out with them. With the stroller, what's eating me? And I realized what the problem is. The problem is going outside and not feeling safe. Going outside and being accosted by a man. I was already groped over the summer. I think it was in August. And and then my little boy, a man tried to grab my little boy. And then that drunkard who uh, seemed to be determined to, even though my dogs are not for sale, that he still wanted to take one for his girlfriend. And I said, man, is it because how I'm dressed? Because I have a shopping cart. Shopping carts might be, you know, for some people that you are of a lower socioeconomic and you're a girl from the street. And that might attract certain people. And I'm not that. So, but either way, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee if I go outside with the top of the line stroller and really fancy, you know, really chic clothes, you know, sporty clothes. It doesn't mean a damn thing because anything can happen. It's like trying to rationale a terrorist, you know. You can't rationalize irrational people. They're going to do what they're going to do. And they may not even know why they do what they do. And I remember, I saw a video also last week. Oh, no, it was this week because today is Saturday. Yeah, it could have been earlier this week. And it was, I think, in, what do you call it? Um, Seattle, Washington. And it was the things that's going on in that state and around the area. You have a lot of crime going on. And there was a woman who was just on her cell phone talking, and it was a white lady, and then a man, a big black dude. He dressed really. He looked nice. He wore a nice coat and everything. He looked normal, and then, bam! punched her once in the face, and she was knocked out cold. And there were other dudes. Just what? No one helped. I couldn't believe that. I could. I'm sorry. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe. Like you just see the guy from behind, and there were cameras on. That's how I was able to see it. A lot of stores, big cities, they have video cameras, and they got it all on tape. And people just kind of looked like an old scene from the 1970s, a bunch of sleazy dudes from the hood, right? But this is now. This happened I don't know the date when it happened, but this was a current event. And to see that some people would just, he said, oh, they did capture him. And what was that now? He said he heard voices, and the voices told him to hit the lady. I couldn't believe this. And he's been in and out of hospitals. Why did they let him go? Could you believe that, people? And then I also did mention, I think I mentioned earlier, that the same week, yeah, I went to do, I was to do laundry. I think this was Monday, this past Monday, I think. Yeah, um, I had to get something outside, you know. I had to shop for something that day, and then I had to race back to do laundry. And I was, the security guard at this place, I was taking care of business, and I just started small talking to the security fellow. You know that it was just a statement I said. I was in a good mood, whatever, just a little chit chat. And I guess he felt comfortable, you know, because you know what I was saying, and he's getting to see me as a human being, you know. And he said, you know, Miss, I need to tell you something. He says, when you were doing X, Y, and Z, this person, I think he said that he's seen the person in the area, and he's a robber. And he saw you come in by, by yourself, and I think he was going to try to rip you off. And but when he was just about to enter, he then noticed me and left. So I said, "Oh, okay." I was surprised, and he continued. He said, "Look, this area isn't safe anymore. Um, uh, Stay at home. Don't go outside. If you don't need to go out, don't go outside. The crime is really risen." And then he added that the police, he didn't use the term stand down, but that's what it is. He says they're ordered not to intervene if you need help, and only in if they think something is an emergency. Now, how isn't getting ripped off an emergency? Hello. So the times. So I think that also was a big clincher. That, again, that was this past Monday, and so I felt like, like 3 days later, I was, shopping online, considering strollers for my dogs, and the anxiety hit me. It took me a long time. I was on it all day, maybe 6 hours, 7 hours, trying to decide, comparing and all that. Yeah, it took me a long time. Yeah, I'm just shaking my beverage. I have my elixir here. I'm just shaking it up. Yeah. So I see that people are not in their right mind. Here's someone claim he heard voices, and so he wants to attack people. Um, Someone warning me that someone looked like they were going to try to rob me, and then telling me that the police are ordered to stand down. Shit, I felt vulnerable. And I haven't felt this way before. I'm born and raised here in New York City. Yes, there were always creepy people, but not I never felt like this. I actually have anxiety, and the last time I did go out, early in the week, um, I was hesitant at first. I said, I don't know. I feel a little uncomfortable. But I went out. It was no incident, and I was glad about that. Yeah, and I got back early. So, so that's what's happening, folks. It's the signs of the time, and don't be, I don't want to be a prisoner. I don't believe in being a prisoner, you know. Um, but I got to learn how to do something. Yeah, there's another thing. See, when I walk with my dogs, um, like my back, sometimes my back would be hurting, and that's also why I have the stroller because, my dogs are getting older, and I used to carry them in my arms, but it would hurt my back after a while, and so I thought the stroller was good. I also have them tethered. They're on a leash at all times, and I made a device. It's a work belt, a heavy duty leather, um, heavy duty belt, for carpenters, and they have these latches. And so I attach my door. I showed it before on camera. I mean video, um, and it works. It works pretty good. So. If I'm not using the stroller, my hands are free, but I can still hold on. It's attached to my waist, and uh, I still have, I can still like hold the leash in addition to it being tethered to my waist, the latches, um, in case if I have to fight and defend myself. Um, I'm afraid for my dog, like, because the leash is still attached to me, and I don't want my dogs to get hurt in the melee. I hate to say this, but you have to think, what are you going to do? Like when that man went to try to grab my little boy, um, they're tethered and they're in the stroller at the same time. And so it could topple over the stroller. Uh, I have to think of what I'm going to do. Something. Something. I got to do something. Um, yeah, if you guys, people, I know I'm saying things that could seem kind of heavy for some of you, but this is real. This is real life. This isn't fake. I live in a major city, and I'm a woman. And so, any of you who hear this video, could you give me a suggestion? I mean, someone said, I can get a pepper spray. Um, I don't want the person to go near me. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe something to make a loud noise, to frighten to startle them. Something. Um, I need to do something. I don't want to be in fear. I want to go out and enjoy. It's just certain areas where this, parts of the city, and yeah, certain streets that's where they're located. Uh, I don't know. So let me know, you guys, what suggestions you can give me as to how I can travel with my dogs. Because if I do have to fight or something, again, my dogs are uh, leashed, they're on leash and it's attached to a device that is around my waist. I don't want them to run away. See, if I put the like, if I put them in the carrier, if I get the new one, um, I don't want, you open it up, they can run out. Sometimes dogs could do things in the moment, and they think it's cute, and you open it up, and they can run out. So that's why they're always on a leash. Always. I never have them off leash. Yeah, the leash had on a few occasions dropped. it slipped off my hand. It was on my wrist and it slipped off. Boy, that scared me. So look, give me advice, people, what I could do to secure myself and my dogs when I'm in transit with them. Yeah. So what else now? So I finished that. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Um, let's see. Oh, I was listening to music. I was listening to music. Yeah, music, let's see. Music is really something to me. I don't really listen to a lot of music, but I came across some videos that I've seen years before on the internet. It's really something with the internet. I didn't know that the internet had music. I was new in navigating what's on the internet. Had one time was new to YouTube. Someone told me about YouTube, actually, a family member. And then let's see. So basically my my internet experience was, I turn on the computer. I used to do like word searches. I say, hey, let me see anything on this topic. And I just press on anything that pops up. And I saw that some things had, like it had a picture and it was for a video. So as I was curious. And so one day, um, it was just by chance that um, it wasn't YouTube, but it was some other thing that has uh, videos. I think it could have actually been Vivo, VEVO, and they have music videos. And um, I pressed on one. It had like a whole list of things, and it was just new. It had a nice format to it. You know how it was arranged aesthetically, and my curiosity. And that's where I discovered this particular band. And it's the name of the band is the name is weird. I have to admit, the All American Rejects. I mean that's the name of the band. And they had a ballad called "It Ends Tonight," something like that. Honey, I saw the video and I was mesmerized. I was mesmerized. I thought it was a powerful song. And it just like sometimes you just again it just seems so new to me. It seemed like a long time ago because I was still in school and I was very limited back then. I wasn't. I was living a very quiet life. I mean, more quiet than now. Um, I was a student. I was working towards at that time. I was working towards my master's degree, and I was studying nutrition, and it was getting very difficult. The master's program, um, and I'm a slow learner. And so it takes me a long time to get things. And so I spent all my wake hours doing schoolwork. That's all I had. So I think one day out of the week, and it's usually like on a Saturday or Sunday, um, I would just relax and go on my computer. And it was just by chance. So I didn't know about social media. Um, I didn't know about YouTube. I was also into religion back then. So initially I was just watching religious programs, and it was the people's websites, you know. Um, but if I didn't go on the person's website, I was curious about, what's out there. And it was just by accident. And so it was like a whole new world for me. And the lights of the video, it's just very aesthetically very attractive to me. And the video in particular, um, It Ends Tonight. I think that's the name of this one. It Ends Tonight. It was a ballad, and it was just it was just beautiful to me. It was just the guy, a young fellow, young white fellow, very pretty face. Um, it was just kind of like what do you call it? It was I think you call it soft rock type, but it was a nice ballad. Um, and he the intro is the piano. And what was interesting about the video, it took place. It was filmed in Nevada in a desert, and it was in the middle. Yeah, in the middle of nowhere, and it used fireworks in it. The video, and what how I took the video, like when I listen to music, I like the first time I'm hearing a song, I just experience it. I just let myself go and just experience whatever what happens in my being. And for me, why it was so powerful. I mean, it was. Um, let me see now. It had personality and mood to it. The lead singer, he's a young fellow, and he was very playful in the video. Let's see. Yeah, the music is playing in the background. You see him engaging in talk in a store. But what, like sometimes, like again, this was the first time I ever seeing the group. I never even heard of them. Uh, and again, I'm really not into music, you know. Um, but how I took the video, if you people who are listening, if you've never heard of them, um, it'd be interesting to know what your thoughts are when you experience this song. For me, in a nutshell, the song was about making the best of your situation. Like you're, like you don't have anything. You're like a destitute. You're in the middle of nowhere, and you can't change the situation. You cannot do a damn thing about whatever what it is. Um, they showed an interracial couple, a young black dude, and a young girl, white girl, and they was uh, at the scene of this where these fireworks are going to go off. It was at a truck depot, and at the truck depot they had the fireworks that they sold there, and and the guy, the black dude, he reminded me of people that I grew up with. And so he had these Converse sneakers and the jeans, and it reminded me of someone that I knew from my past. And so it had a retro look that remind me of retro look of the 1970s. Um, and I felt like he was the only person of color there, and he's in the middle of nowhere, and he's with this white girl, and it's like, okay, he can't do anything. He can't change who he is, but he could make the best out of this situation, and he's in an interracial relationship, you know, and then they had a couple, a middle-aged type couple, in a truck, and so when I saw the couple, they were staring outside, from those 16-wheeler type trucks, and they're looking at the fireworks. And I said about them to myself that they too, they're middle age, not that middle age, but they they're in a small town. It's nothing to do, and this. There's nothing in life for them to do but look at this fireworks and just enjoy the show. And so that's what life could be like. You may be uh, so-called minority living in America. You cannot change your social economic situation, um, but you have to make the best out of your situation. So create something positive of the situation. And that's what the song meant to me. That's what it meant to me. And it was just a powerful moment. It also had sexuality in in the video with the lead singer and one of the females in the store. But it was innocent, but it was a little play. It was suggestive, but still playful at times. And when I heard the song for the first time, it ends tonight. Um, I watched it over and over and over again. Sorry. Yeah, look how bright it is outside now. It's not the screen looks brighter than it really is. But yeah, yeah, it's still dawn. Yeah, the sun comes up today at 7:17. So if I'm still on at 7:17, people, yeah, all is well with you and your family. Oh, hey, Jessica. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, all is well. All is well. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, all is well. I'm just talking about music that I was listening to yesterday. It was a very retro day for me, and I was just telling you viewers about. Um, I came across a video that I saw what seems like many years ago. I was a student at the time, and pretty much sheltered indoors most of the time. And I will only go out when it's school day, and then race home, do homework, papers, and all that. I was in a graduate program, and I didn't have any day. I mean, I didn't. Schoolwork was 24/7. You know, that's all I did, schoolwork, and but one day a week, I just kind of veg out, and I went on the internet, and I found this video just by chance, and it was from the group The All American Rejects. I know it sounds weird, the name, um, and it was a ballad called "It Ends Tonight," and it just took me there, boy. Um, it was aesthetically it was creative at times, and it just had me. It communicated with me that you may not be able to change the situation you're in. You may not like where you are. You may not like who you are, but make the best of the moment. Make the best of the moment. Yeah. And I watched the video over and over and over again. And then I found some other videos at the time. This could have been in 2007, yeah, around 2007 it could have been. Yeah, it could have been around 2007. And yeah, I was at a different mindset. Had different religious beliefs. I was a Christian back then. Um, I really didn't know much about paranormal, you know. Um, yeah, I didn't have yeah, I have a tattoo now. Yeah, I did a lot of changes since 2007. Big changes. And I mean, I'm still me inside, but I'm allowing myself to expand. I'm allowing myself to explore different things. Um, yeah, that's what it was like for me yesterday. So I watched different videos by this group, and boy, did they change. Let me. That's another thing I'm learning about life. About life is change. Every day, you might think things are the same, And I'm reminding myself this. See, I get stuck sometimes about like when something captures you, and it freezes in your mind for like eternity. But things move on. And seeing what those guys look like now, some of the lead singer looks spooky at times, boy. Yeah, when he was back then, yeah, that song was one of his earlier songs. The first two singles that the band um, uh, brought out. And since then, they've done many songs, and I didn't know about the other records, really. Maybe three songs of theirs, and that's it. Um, but yeah, I saw another video of him, the lead singer, and boy, just a different look. You know what it kind of reminded me of? Yeah, have any of you ever heard of the actor Johnny Depp? Johnny Depp, he was on 21 Jump Street. That's where I first learned of him. That was in the late 80s. Okay. And I used to be a Johnny Depp fan. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, I learned of him when I was in the Navy. And across the street from the ship was a McDonald's, and I would run across the street, get my soft ice cream, run back on the ship to watch Johnny Depp on television. But look at him now, Johnny Depp. A lot of controversy with him now. Yeah. And so almost like, I mean, that's a kind of, I mean, I'm kind of over exaggerating. I mean, he's not that different. I mean, Johnny Depp did a complete different. He's Johnny Depp now looks almost real spooky, but this singer, he just had he didn't look the same. I mean, yes, obviously he looked older. Uh, I mean, 10 years had passed, and 10 years is a long time if you're a very young person. Yeah. So, but it's amazing when you see the transformation of some of your celebrities, whether it be a singer, actor. So in my mind, I'm thinking of this song, It Ends Tonight. And again, he's much younger. He has very smooth skin and all that. And then you see him now, he wears like a beard and he looks totally different. Yeah. So so why I'm mentioning this is that people change and people have a right to change. People have a right because he's developing also, just as we all do. We all start off at one, we have a starting point, and he's in his life journey also. And so, what was also interesting with this group, I know it might be weird. Many of you may not listen, or listen to certain rock music, but it's something I saw, and um, it's good to explore different types of music. It's okay, it's okay to be a black person to listen to hear different types of music. When I was a teenager, it was taboo if you were a black person listening to a white person sing. It was considered taboo. But it's funny now when um, you watch videos, you go to those hip hop videos. I mean, hip hop concerts. Who do you see up front? All white people. So music genre is really uh, extending to many uh, geographics, demographics. It's really something. So, oh, what's the point of bringing that out? Um, yeah, it's it's really interesting. You see with musicians, that musicians they seem to have like anything goes type of the way that they perceive life and interact with life seems very different than, let's say, someone who works in an office all day. Seems like the musician, the artist, they're more, um, uh, experiment more, it seems. Yeah. So, yeah, so my watching the videos, it was also to like say, hey, what about this, you know, music genre? Um, it's almost like a fantasy to um, engage in a music that is socially different than yourself. It's really, it's like some people may want to be a rock star, a rock singer, or let's say a country singer, or some people want to be a hip hop singer. It's music is also about fantasy. Music is about fantasy also. It's about a character. And interesting, the lead singer was talking about, yeah, his name is Tyler something, the lead singer of that group. And he mentioned something interesting that um, he called it wearing a monkey suit, that um, you're programmed socially to act and dress a certain way. And he said, he didn't like it. He said, I don't want to be that. I don't want to. I guess it was getting too mechanical. And so when he was offered, get this, he was asked to do this video. Um, and I was shocked. I saw it for the first time yesterday. Guess what? Let me drink. I have my elixir here. Let me take a little sip. I had to drink that a little bit. Yeah, this is my protein drink. I drink one of these. It's a it's about a liter, and then I have a dinner. At dinner time I'll have something to eat. Yeah, and that's all that I'll eat all day. And then, oh yes, I can make teas and things like that. Okay, so yeah, about music. Oh, okay, it's 7:15. In 2 more minutes, it's going to be sunrise. And when the sunrise comes, good morning, sunrise. Yes. Winter sunrise, day after Christmas. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. So, yeah, did I tell you guys? Well, I know I've made mention in past videos this year that, well, before this virus scare came out, I wanted to explore music. I wanted to learn an instrument. Yeah, so January of this year, I think it was yeah, it was January 3. On January 3rd, I was watching a video. It was about what they call cop houses. It's a natural house, and the music in the background was kind of like a folk type of music. And I said, I think the combination that it was a folky type of song, and the natural house, the cob house. I said, excuse me, I identify with that. I liked it. It impressed me so much. I said, I want to learn how to play that kind of music. So I went and bought two things. I bought a harmonica and a 12-string acoustic guitar. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I think in hindsight, I should have gotten the 6 string, not the 12-string guitar. But I strum it once and I loved how it sounded, and that's why I bought it. That simple. And so then in February of this past year, 2020, I uh, went on the internet to find a music school, and then I found one near where I lived, and I called them, asked if they're open, and I went to take to discover. And I signed up, and I had like 4 or 5 lessons. Completely confusing. Yeah, you brought my guitar. Yeah, the store sells guitars and all, and other stuff in there. What else? Yeah, so that was in all of February, and then let's see, and then March. Guess what? What March happened? March, I decided to go into bodybuilding. Yes, I did. So I said I want to learn an instrument. I have really no music abilities whatsoever, and but I wanted to try something really risky. So that was learning how to play a guitar. I wanted to learn how to be, what do you call it, play folk music on the guitar and do bodybuilding. So I had, like, I uploaded videos during this time in March to discuss the things that I experienced when I was bodybuilding, going to the gym. Yeah. And then boom, the lockdown. Yeah. So it's showing my journey as well. And I didn't practice when I got at home. When all this COVID happened, oops, I wasn't supposed to say that word, right? But when all that melee happened, I didn't practice and I didn't exercise at home. Yeah, yeah. I got upset and everything. And I was just processing like everybody else what was going on. Yeah. So, um, so what will I do for next year? I mean, let me tell you, my fantasy. Let me tell you what my fantasy was. I thought I was gonna. I said, "Hey," to my music instructor. I said, "Hey, you think I'll be good enough to play like a little song, and go in Central Park and play the guitar and put like a cup out?" Yeah, yeah, it was a fantasy. I said, "Wow, to learn how to play a song, go to Central Park and play my guitar." Yeah. Yeah. So, so we all have our little fantasies and things like that. Yeah, in January I was watching as many videos on guitars. Yeah. I even found this a black guitarist. Oh brother, how could I forget his name? Manilo. I think his last name. Something Manilo. Yeah, he's a black fellow. He has an African father and a white American mother. He never knew his father, and yeah, he lived in the neighborhood that he lived in, and he had some problems because of what he was, but he channeled his energy learning the guitar, and he's like a master guitarist. Yeah. So maybe I'll listen a little bit of him today to try to motivate myself to pick up my guitar to learn how to play. Yeah, it's different. When guitar, you had like the strings with the positions of the keys, and then when you trying to read the music, it's like all in reverse. So it's completely confusing to me. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So, what else now? I talked about music. I talked about the COVID. What else? What else I want to talk about? Um, oh, okay. Sunrise now. I'm seeing that it's 7:22 now. Yeah. So, 17, 18, 19, 20. So yes, sunrise was 5 minutes ago. Yes, sunrise was at 7:17 a.m. today. Yes. So welcome again. So yeah, that's oh, I can't think of anything else. Oh, what do I want to do? Well, it's not raining right now. I might go out. I don't know. I might go out or might, I play it by ear. I'll play it by ear. Yeah, definitely, yeah, we all have to be safe. But I want to have fun too. I want to have fun and I need my exercise. So that's where walking comes in. Um, Anybody else have anything you want to ask me? I know I mentioned a lot of things. I mentioned about nostalgia with a musical group, a band that I discovered, I think around 2007, and I was a student at the time. And the song and how you can watch a video, listen to a song for the first time, and it can take you there. It could just, it's both the music, the lyrics, and the visual. And it can just take you another place. I listen, I listened to another video. Um, and it was by chance. Oh, I remember how I got this song. I listened to this new YouTuber. Well, I'm new to the YouTuber, and he uh, focuses on. He has a computer background, and he developed this database for mapping, and someone used his software. He developed the software for this mapping system that you use on your computer. And when he saw online that this company was using his software, um, and they were talking about the virus and everything, so he understands how the program works and everything because he was the developer of it, and he noticed there was a lot of holes in the story that was being told about the COVID. Um, I find his videos exciting. Oh, what's his name? John Hoover. John Hoover, his name. I generally don't give out names, but why I mention his name because he's talking about this virus thing, and he's able to poke holes in the narrative, what's being said. And so I think his videos are extremely important, extremely, extremely important. Yeah, that's his name, John Hoover, Hoover. And I think it was a middle initial, but I don't remember. I'm sure you'll be able to find it. And, oh, so in the video that I was watching of his yesterday, he had like a music to the video that he was doing. And I knew I heard of this song before. The name of this song is called, get this, Creep. Creep. It's in Peter. Like someone's creepy. I knew it's an old song. I knew I heard it from way back. But a lady did the song. Like the first time I heard it, it was a man singing it. But this one, it was a lady singing it. And it was very good. I said, wow. And I just thought how it accompanied the video that he did was really special. So I said, I know that someone else sings this song, so let me try to find the original version. And that's what I did. And that song was really, um, he's a British guy. The singer, the name of the group is Radiohead. Weird name, I know. A British band from the early 90s. And he did the song, evidently. Um, and, oh, what was that now? Now, the guy looked real young in the video. He looked like a kid, but he was actually like 22 or 25 at the time. No, 25 at least. No older than 25. Between 22 and 25 he was at the time when he did the video. And now he's in his 50s. He looked completely different, man. And so, again, it's about change. And this song, Creep, by Radiohead, and you have different versions of it. You have different people who do the song, and they put their own spin on it. The lyrics are really interesting. And It took me three times, like I listened to three different versions of the song, and it was the third version. It was an American fellow singing it, and so um, his style of talk, he spoke an American accent, sang in an American accent, so I was able to understand him better. And when I understood what was actually being said, I said, "Oh, that's what he's talking about." I said, "Oh, wow." And then looking at the original singer of the song, the guy looked creepy himself, the singer, the writer of the song. He looked creepy. He looked like I mean, you just go take a look at, but um, I felt sorry for him. Like he's singing the song like I listened to two versions of him, the original song, the live version that he did in concert, and then this other version. And it's the one that he did in concert. I said this was powerful. Yeah, he looked creepy. He looked like a lost youth, a troubled male, Um, wow. um, and I understood what he was saying. And I mean, I'm not trying to judge him. I mean, I realize you are who you are. And see, the song Creep is about, and anybody could really, if you just listen to the words, think of a young, let's say a teenage boy, okay? A young teenage boy. Let me get into sip 1 minute. I'm sorry, I just wanted to get a sip. Yeah, just imagine you're a young teenage boy or girl, or someone in the early 20s, and you're interested in the opposite sex. You're interested in somebody. You got a little crush on them, and the insecurities you have because you don't know the other person, um, and he shares his feelings about his inadequacies. And it's a song that anybody at any age, if you just look at the words, can experience. And so watching the dude sing the song, and he sung from his heart, and you see his eyes, and his eyes look so damn lost. So you see him, and you could just pretty much gather, like he wrote the song as a teen, like he was in his late teens, and now he's singing this song when he was in his 20s. So, some time had passed, but for him, it was still real, the pain he felt. And at the part in the song, in the lyrics, when he says that when he had, I guess, approached the girl that he liked, and the lady ran from him, and he's singing it, and she ran, and he's holding the note, and I said, oh my goodness, he held that note for about 20 seconds. Wow. I said, wow, the pain that this guy felt. But look at him now. Um, he didn't sing the song for many years because he felt that he outgrew the song. And in fact, in an interview, he says he didn't like the song anymore because he felt it wasn't an issue for him. But when he wrote that song, it was an issue, and when he sang it when he was in his early 20s, it still hit home. And he's a small man. He's not a big guy. He's a tiny frame man, slim build. But now to look at him, man, the guy almost looked like 100 years old, boy. But it was amazing to watch him. He actually is talented. Um, I don't know his. Oh, his name, Tom York. Tom York, his name. And York with an E at the end, and Tom with an H in it. Yeah, yeah, I'm surprised I remembered that. But his name is Tom York from Britain. And, oh, what's the point I was going to bring? Oh, yeah, he did a video that was aired on a television program during the lockdown. Yeah, so this was done in May of this year from his home. And he was, a television program. I guess, they have the internet connection. And he performed live in his house and he was on the piano. And to see his face. Now, this guy, he's 52 years old now. And but he looked like a babe when he did that show, that recording called Creep. The guy almost looked like a teenager, but he's like in his 20s back then. And to see him now looking like an old man and playing a new song. And so, to see that in one sitting, like a child and then a grown man, and about evolution. Life is about evolution, about his development. This guy was not, it's not a kid looking, And, people were commenting on the video that, it wasn't very nice what they had to say about his look. Yes, he did look, he even looked older than me. And I'm much older than him, you know. But to see development, he played the piano and he sang, and it was so beautiful, I thought. Beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, beautifully sung. So you see the transformation from a boy into a older adult, and it was a beautiful transformation. So you think, I mean, he's now since married, Yeah. Oh, actually, his partner, he had a girlfriend who passed away in 2016, but he hasn't. I think he got married this year. So yeah, yeah, I think it said that he married this year. So so he obviously knows how to approach a lady. So life is about transformation, and so it seemed like everything that I was watching yesterday was again about transformation. That it's okay to let go. It's okay to grow in life. Uh, yes, we start off really green in life. We have our insecurities. We may have a person that we have a crush on, and we're too afraid to even approach them. But it doesn't last forever, and that you can take a chance. And also, you learn from your mistakes. And that's what I got out of yesterday. Yeah. That's what I learned yesterday on Christmas Day. And again, it was the first time I was cooped up like this on Christmas, and the first time that I remember it ever raining hard on Christmas Day. So I was stuck here and I couldn't go out. At least I didn't want to go out with the dogs. So that was my experience. That is what my experience was. So people, it's okay to grow and change. And I say that to myself. When I speak to you, I'm speaking to myself as well. That it's okay to let go and have new experiences. And again, along the way, sometimes things happen along the way, like a COVID, but that's okay too, because this is maturing you and also developing you, and to have to find out what's really important in your life. So for me, I like going outside with my dogs because um, being at home, I look at my dogs. Like my two of my dogs had surgery, and it was just by chance. It's just by chance something happened at home. You know, one of them was at home, and the other one we were just having a quiet walk. I wasn't using the stroller, and I carried her most of the way. And then something happened when we got home, and she started acting bizarre, the Shih Tzu, and I thought she had heat stroke. But no, she was in duress because something happened to her spine. Yeah. So things this year is about challenging. Yes, we're all being challenged. My doggies were challenged. And yeah, things happen beyond our control. And so I guess like with those videos, like especially the one the song It Ends Tonight about, you have to, you can't change the situation and just make the best out of it. And with me, my dogs, make the best out of their health. Do what you can do to make their lives comfortable. And they're not always going to be with me. And that reality hit me. And they're really good dogs. And so now I like when I do my videos, I like to get them on video so that I never forget them. Yeah, let me get them right now. Let me show you them. They're in bed with me. See that? See my baby? That's Lily. She had the leg surgery. Yeah, hi Lily. Yeah. And that's little Lilac. She had the back surgery. She had a harder recovery. And let me get my little boy. And this is Lavender. Yeah, and someone tried to take him from me while I was recording at the park. I'll be devastated if anything happens to him. Yeah, he didn't have surgery. And I thank the universe. I mean, I don't want any of my babies. I mean, it was a challenge for me, okay? But yeah, I see that life is fragile. Life is fragile. And some people, they keep their dogs at home, whatever. But I'm not going to always have my little babies. And so I want them with me um, when I go out. Sometimes, yes, mommy needs time alone. Yes. And if I need time alone, I will go out by myself. But I see that, it's okay to to be someone who's into their dogs, to bring your dogs outside, you know. They're beings. They have feelings, and yeah, they need interaction. So I tell them now, I talk to them and I say, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And just imagine for me to not have them during COVID, I'd be bonkers, I think. Bonkers. But they're here. And so um, appreciate what you have. Appreciate every moment. Appreciate the changes that will be happening in your life. You can't avoid it. And so that's what I'm learning. So it might be like stuck in your head. You might be stuck in the past about a particular matter, but um, things change. You might have thought it stayed the same, but those other people, maybe a person that hurt your feelings, they said something to you or they did something to you, and you're stuck in the past. Yeah, I'm talking to myself too. I'm talking to myself. Yeah, you're stuck in that past at that moment in time. That other person might have moved on, and they don't even remember. They may not even remember what happened. Isn't that powerful? You're living in the past, and they've already moved on. Yeah. So I know I said a lot. I know I said a lot here, and yeah, this is the Big Apple. Oh, did I tell you? Yeah, I when I learned of that, I mean, changing the subject a little, changing the subject. Um, yes, early in the week, as I mentioned, um, about that event, that the person that wanted to rob me, and learning about the police, what do you call it, stand down. Yeah, what you can do, if you live in New York City, you can dial 311 and you can file a complaint with the, yeah, I filed a complaint with the mayor's office, and I hope they call me back. They were supposed to call me. They didn't say when, but I did it. I did it. Yeah. You you have to speak out. See, they're doing things now. To have the police stand down and you're getting mugged. Uh-uh. No, no, that's criminal. That is criminal, and you have to stop it. You can't have this. You can't. They're there to do their job, and so I'm hoping that, yeah, I want to talk to. I don't want to just sit on my ass. Excuse me. I don't want to just sit on my behind and allow these things to happen to me without doing something, without saying enough is enough. Yeah, it's a takeover. It's a takeover. It's a system takeover in New York, and I'm not gonna have it. So, yeah, I'll keep you posted on all that stuff. If they do bother to call me, and I want to have a meeting. I want to have a meeting at the mayor's office. And I think I'd like to also have a meeting with the police commissioner and let them know how, as a citizen, a tax-paying citizen, that this is not going to fly with me. It's criminal for them to do that, to allow someone to get hurt. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot, because I did put it in the title page about Tennessee. How could I have forgotten that? I forgot about that. Yeah. Um, yeah, Tennessee yesterday at 6 a.m. on Christmas Day was an explosion that was in a truck, in a RV truck. And I thought it was really, something seemed suspicious about it. Okay, you're a so-called, that T word, okay, and you want to frighten people. So you're going to get an RV truck, plant a bomb in it, and then let people, then have a recording that it's going to explode, okay? Oh, and there was something else they said. Before that explosion, there was a guns being fired, and this is in downtown Tennessee. You really hear anything about the South, or what they call the Old South? The only thing you hear about Tennessee is the music industry, country music industry, and that's about it. But what's that all about? Why would that happen? You know, um, I say that someone someone is trying to scare you. Um, they did it, but I mean, I speculate. What I gather with the information, based on the information that was shared to the public, um, you're going to do something Christmas Day, but early in the morning. No one's outside at 6 a.m. in the morning in the South, right? So they did it not to have casualties. Why at 6? So the number 6 is a also like a Masonic number. What else? Oh, it was something. Oh, there were three people were sent to the hospital. They weren't badly injured, anything like that. But three. So the number 3 I thought was significant. What else? Yeah, someone's playing games. Someone is playing games. Oh, they said that they found remains of something. They believe it was human remains, and they believe it came from the truck. that was exploded. And why they don't have more information about it, I thought that was telling also. I'm wondering whether, this is a distraction. I feel all this, that what happened yesterday was a distraction. What distraction? I don't know. But again, the number six, for 6 a.m., a recording, it was a loudspeaker on the truck that was taught like a recording of someone, getting away from the truck, that something's going to happen. I think that this is going to explode. It's on YouTube. You can just Google about the Tennessee explosion, and they're going to you'll have the footage and what the recording said. So they wanted to let people know so that they can move away from the site, and the police were there at the scene, before it blew, and because the recording is on, they're having people go away, move away from the area so they can secure the area. Yeah. So someone's playing games, and this is awful, and it's to just to get you unsettled. It's a horrible trick, not trick. It's a horrible thing to do. Um, Condolences to anyone who, innocent person who got hurt yesterday at that location. Uh, People, you need to chill out. You need to go out in nature. You need to go out in nature. You need to, you have pets, go and bond with your pets. You have family, go bond with them. Stop the insanity, people. Stop the insanity. Yes, stop the insanity. This is really a beautiful world if that's what you want to make it. This is a beautiful world if that's what you want to make it. Yeah. I want to make this a beautiful world to me. Yesterday was a challenge for me, the emotions I was feeling, but also it was a growth period for me that you have to learn how to accept change, um, or make the change. You don't like the change, make it into something that you want. Yeah. So I think that's all I want to talk about. It's going on 8 a.m. shortly, and yeah, I want to start my day. Yeah, I already started my day, but yeah, I think I might. Yeah, the sky cleared up as you see, and maybe I'll go out with my pack today. Oh, wait a minute, it's 23 degrees. It's 20. Yeah, I was shocked at that. I looked on the my app. It said 23 degrees this morning. So we'll see. If I go out, definitely I have to put on my long john. Oh, I can put on my snow pants. And my dogs, they have their coats. I could put a sweater and a coat on them. We'll play it by ear. So yeah, if you can get out, get some fresh air, people, do so. If you want to learn a new instrument, do so. You want to play a new genre of music, do so. Expand your mind. Expand your mind in a creative way if you can. And then share it with somebody. Okay? It's always good talking to you guys. And much safety, peace, love, and prosperity. Yeah, I love doing these live streams in the morning. It helps me too, folks. So peace and love to you. Hug your significant other, whether it be animal or human. Yeah, I'm gonna hug my babies right next to me. Yeah, thank you again, guys, for listening. Take care and enjoy your day. Bye bye.